Hey, I thought I'd do a quick overview on Graze Counter. This is probably going to be the last overview I do for a while. I don't really have anything else in the pipeline for a while, but I might refund this game. I like it to some extent, but sometimes it feels like I can't tell where my hitbox is. There's also a lot of my biggest pet peeve in shmups. Obviously, I'm not really a good shmup player. I don't know what the pros think about this game, but I just get annoyed with collision obstacles and enemies in any shmup. That's one of the reasons why I didn't really take Dodonpachi Daifukatsu very seriously past a certain point, because the last level in that is full of just huge laser pods that not only shoot lasers but also kill you when you touch them. It kind of really got under my skin for a while, so I don't know how far I'll take this. One thing I should definitely mention before I get started is that there's some kind of engine limitation where you can't back out to the menu. You either have to exhaust all your lives and get a game over that way, or back out of the game. So if you want to do like a perfectionist run or something, it's going to be far more annoying on here than it would be on one of the other shmups on Steam, like Crimson Clover or the Cave shmups, where you have a quick access to a restart button. So the mechanics are pretty simple. Apparently they're unlockable ships. I have not earned them yet. You have those little skills there that you can change as you want. There's also difficulty levels as well. So as you graze the bullets, you raise the Graze Counter bar in the lower left-hand corner, and use that to do a counter like that. That's the main scoring mechanic. I'm not exactly sure where the hitbox is on the ship. I feel like that's something that's kind of strange. I'm not sure why it's designed like that. But people can one-credit clear games like Pro Gear. That game doesn't really have a clear indication of your hitbox either, so this might just be something that takes some getting used to. So much like really authentic arcade shmups like Battle Garega, there's actually a ranking system. Like my rank is 29 right now because this run is actually relatively decent. So I assume it ranks down as well. Fill up the brake bar, you can use it, and the red stars give you points. There you go. So the run's not going to look clear from here on out, but I'll go ahead and I'll show some of the collision obstacles. Game gets kind of annoying from this point. find this level very fun, so kind of the idea of having to go through this multiple times to do anything else in the game kind of makes me not want to play too much. Probably just me not being very good at the genre. And here we go. Here's the collision obstacle part. I find this really stressful. There we go. One thing I should mention, which you're probably going to see when I wipe on the next screen, or next level, is that this game does not have credit feeding in a traditional sense. It's kind of like Fight and Rage, where you can't just like credit feed and revive on the same screen. You actually go back to the beginning of the level, so that's a turn off for some people, especially for a shmup where it's a it's an auto scroller and you can't really determine the length of your your run through the level. So if that is a turn off to you, you want to make sure that you can get through the game regardless. You might want to steer clear of this because you're going to be repeating a lot of content if you're not good at it or you're on a harder difficulty. Some people like the added challenge. Some people just want to be able to get through the game and practice. I think the game does have a practice mode, so there's that at least. There's the perfect time to show. It's my first time getting to level 3, so I don't have too much experience. So that's my overview for Graze Counter. I think it's pretty decent. I think some of the patterns are kind of a little iffy. Some of the collision stuff's kind of annoying, but the game is pretty solid. It's on sale right now for $8. So if you're looking for a cheap shmup, I know Raiden 5 just came out today, so you might want to get that instead if you want something more high-end, bigger production values and stuff. But if you just want a cheap shmup to play, I guess I could recommend it. It does feel a little frustrating. I don't know if it's just me just being bad at them or not. There hasn't really been a whole lot of buzz about this game at all. I'll give it a little more time. I may or may not refund it. We'll see what happens. Anyway, catch you guys later. Peace.